Hey folks, this is John with Ozarks Back Roads with you today. We're in the shop doing a little project on the Versys 1000. I thought I might bring you along. Somebody might be interested in this. I've always used these Fender extenders is the brand name. They're made by Pyramid Plastics, and it extends your front fender to keep mud and stuff, debris getting up on your headers or on your pipes and in your radiator and off the front of the motor. And they do a real good job. I've had these on several bikes. Basically they double back tape in there, and then you've got rivets you can put in, plastic punch rivets. You just drill an 1/8 inch hole and put those in. I've never had any trouble with any of them. They always stay good and work. Here's the one I've got on the FJR right now. I had one on the other FJR as well. Does a good job keeping the mud off the cowling and the radiator there. And really you can't even notice them. If you're not looking for them, you're not even going to notice they're on there. Well, today we're going to go to the other end of the Versys, and we're going to put a extender on this rear hugger right here. It's the same Pyramid Plastics, same brand. But they make extensions for the rear huggers as well, and they're a UK based company. They're made in Britain, in the UK, so they call it a hugger, we call it a rear fender, but whatever. But anyhow, this Versys here throws a lot of mud up underneath there because of the rear fender being so short that it gets a lot of mud thrown up underneath it and slung up in here. And I thought an extension would be nice, kind of limit some of that, not get all the mud and stuff slung up under it. So we're gonna do that, see how that goes and how it looks when we get it on there. And I believe on this project I'm gonna go ahead and just remove this rear fender, this hugger, off of this bike, and so I can clean it up and work with it without trying to drill holes in it and it mounted up in there. And it looks like we've got three screws right here on this side to release it, and that little chain guard will come off with it. And then on the other side it looks like one screw and a couple of push pins. So that should come off pretty simply. Alright, well here's our hugger extension right here we've got, and got some instructions here, shows us how to tape it up and install it. And I've give that a good wipe down with the alcohol, and then I've got my my fender off here. I've cleaned it up and wiped it down with alcohol as well on the bottom side here where the tape will go. So clean that up. Actually, here's the part number for the Versys for this hugger extension right here. And let's see, pyramid-plastics.co.uk. Right there. From a distributor here in the United States. I couldn't find anybody that carried this. So what I wound up doing is just going to their website and ordering it direct from the UK, from their website in the UK. And it cost me like $16 for shipping, so it wasn't cheap. But nobody else had it and I kind of wanted one. So the instructions are showing to put the tape on the bottom of the fender, and then we'll stick the extension on that and then drill it and put the rivets in. Just stick these on and try to get them as close to one another as we can, get the most glue, the most adhesive going on here. I think we can put 2 rows on here and we'll be just fine. Well, we got a lot of tape on there, and then our extension is just gonna, we'll peel the backs off all that and just stick this on it to start with, just like that. And then we'll put our rivets in after we've got it stuck down real good. We've got all the tape peeled off of it here, off all of our stickers. or double back. So now we got to kind of position this thing and try to not screw it up putting it on. Something like that seems to look about right. Press that down in there. Yeah. Well, the next thing we're going to do is install our rivets. It says to use a 4mm drill. Well, I don't have a 4mm drill. I was kind of measuring these. I've done this before. They're about 160 thousandths diameter. And I'm using a 9/64, which is about 140, so I'm going to have to kind of push them through, but they seem to work good that way. And the hole's a little bigger when you use a drill anyhow. It's going to be bigger than the drill bit. So I'm using a 9/64. I think what I'm going to do is put a rivet out here and here on these edges, on these ribs, and then a couple right in here on either side of this center rib. And we'll see if our push pin will fit into that hole we just made. See if we can push this down through there. I believe we're down. Yep, she's in. And there is our pin with the end sprawled out where the pin pushed through, so that's a good install on that. Alright, we'll try one more right in that area. That feels pretty good. Take a look at that. Our pin came through and sprawled out. That looks good. And try to match that on this side. Alright, pins are through and spread out on the ends. That looks good. I'm going to remove this excess tape that I put too much on here. Well, that's about all there is to that. We got her on there. Now we just need to see if we can get it back on the bike and see how it looks. I think it's going to be alright. We got it back on. It wasn't too bad of a job. And I don't think it looks too bad. It's not going to win any beauty awards, but that's really not its function. If it'll keep the mud out from under the seat, I'll be happy. I can live with the looks. I'm not really concerned about that. Not something you really notice that much anyhow. Appreciate you all coming and hanging out and watching. If anybody's interested, you can get yourself one and put one on your bike. We'll be out on the Buffalo River for a few days down in northwest Arkansas. So I'll have plenty of opportunity to be in the mud and stuff, and we'll see how it does. I think it's going to help a lot. Well, I'm going to leave you with some B-roll from yesterday's adventures on the FJR. We were down on the river and the spring's really popping out here. We'll run a little bit of that. Until I see you next time, y'all take care of yourselves and we'll catch you later.